Folks, Mitch McConnell, it seems almost miraculously, has apparently sprung back to life this week to attack anyone and everyone, regardless of party affiliation. But he's attacking anyone coming after wealthy Republican donors, of course, one of the most persecuted groups here in America, especially these days, right? But twice this week, Mitch McConnell lashed out at members of the Senate for going after big money donors. It all started at a lunch on Tuesday when he attacked Josh Hawley, Republican senator from Missouri, to let him know that his legislation that he's put forward to limit what big money corporations can put into campaigns. McConnell attacked him and reminded him, by the way, that if it were not for that big money, you wouldn't even have a seat here. So McConnell admitted, we got to have the money to buy our seats. And then later that day, Tuesday again, Mitch McConnell, again animated out of nowhere, almost like he was brought back from the dead, decided to attack Democrats Dick Durbin and Sheldon Whitehouse, who sent a letter this week informing Harlan Crow and Leonard Leo, the two wealthy benefactors of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Their letter warned them that you're about to get hit with subpoenas. Mitch McConnell was furious by this, and McConnell lashed out and said, "What he's targeting here is private citizens with no legislative purpose. I think it's completely and totally inappropriate." Mitch McConnell said during a press conference, "There's no legislative purpose for looking into whether or not a Supreme Court justice may be compromised by the big money donors that are taking him on lavish trips, giving him loans, doing all kinds of crazy fun stuff for him, and then, of course, having business in front of court. What legislative reason could you have for investigating such a thing?" Mitch McConnell wants to know. Well, I'm glad you asked, Mitch McConnell, because the Senate could put forth legislation to put a code of ethics onto the Supreme Court. That seems like a valid legislative purpose. Hell, the Senate may end up having to hold a trial for the impeachment of Clarence Thomas. So that would be legislative. Of course, it would have to go through the House first, and this likely wouldn't happen until, hopefully Democrats take over the House after next year's election, but still legislative, still a thing that could happen, Mitch. So there's lots of reasons, lots of things. But Mitch McConnell, and again, I am absolutely shocked by this, the guy who seemed half dead throughout the entire summer, suddenly back to life, more energetic than ever, to protect wealthy Republican donors. Because as he admitted this week, Republicans can't win elections if they don't have their donors buying those seats for them. And let's not forget, with the Supreme Court issue, Mitch McConnell himself is the one who has packed that Supreme Court with those conservatives. A lot of them from the recommendations, according to reports, from the Federalist Society. So why would he want Leonard Leo from the Federalist Society to have to be subpoenaed and answer questions? Hell, those questions, the answers to them might end up throwing Mitch McConnell under the bus and exposing his decades-long plan to pack the court with conservative ideologues. That Supreme Court is Mitch McConnell's baby. It 100% is. And that's why he's so protective of it. And of course, he also loves that corporate money, so he will do whatever it takes to protect the people who have protected him for so many years. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.